Good day, human Latiosites. This is Latios and welcome back to Let's Play Pokemon Picross, where we use puzzles to draw Pokemon pictures. So, let's continue. Big news, it looks like there is another, mythical Pokemon somewhere. You know what, where is it, if I may ask? Area 27. You know what? Maybe we should actually go, you know what? Let's try it! The road beyond here leads to more, we can just spend Picross for that? Let's do it! Alright, so for this one, use 2 or more water types. Okay. I don't know why I just moved. Alright, so 2 or more water types, use autofix fewer than 5 times. Alright, you know what? I guess we're bringing Greninja and... You know what? Let's go Squirtle. Let's do this. Do it in a minute. On second thought, I'm gonna actually bring Gengar. Just because it makes too much sense to bring Gengar with the to stop the clock and all. So let's let Dragonite do its thing first. Might not even need. I think I'll use Gengar. I'm pretty confident I don't need to use Gengar, but we have those 8. We're gonna have 8 here. And we have a 6. We know that isn't there, which means we have a 6 has to include here. Now we know the 5 has to include these 3. There's a 2, there's a 2. That's a 2, 1 and 1. So the 5 would go downward, 6 would go to the right, and 3 would go downward. That has to be a 1, so that's our 6. 2, 1, 1. 1, 1, 1, 1. We have a 2, 1, 1, 2, 2, 2, 3. There's a 3, there's a 3, and our 1s. There we go. So with that, we have drawn Tympole. Alright. So there we go. We're gonna get some Picross, not that it really matters, but you know, it's cool to get Picross, I guess. That's kinda cool. Alright. That's a 15 one. But we were in the area originally we wanted to go to. Are you... Okay. So this is area 27 that we were in... Wait a second. We want to go to 26. I went to the wrong area. Those of you laughing at me, I apologize. Let's go to Area 26 now. I went to the wrong area. Okay. Alright, we're gonna do this in 5 minutes. At least 2 Pokemon use only fixed skills. Great. I'm thinking no on the whole fixed skill thing. I don't remember. Does it say... It's not for mural tiles, so I don't even care right this second, to be honest. I'd rather do this within a time period and be able to actually get whatever mythical Pokemon it is. So, on the bright side, at least we can be secure in the knowledge that things can only get better from here. Alright, that's being the 2, because the 3. We know we have a 3 right here. This needs to be a 2. It could go upward, though. That's a 5. We have another 1 here. That's done. So we have this row. So this is a 1 right here. We need 2 more 1s. We're going to have a 2 here. Which means this needs to be a 1, so that has to be the 2, right? Well, that has to be there, meaning we need a 1 at the top. This needs to be a 3, so it has to go upward because it can't go here. And this is the 1 then, so we have a 2 in here, meaning that this needs to be the 1. We need another 1 in here. That needs to be a 2. That needs to be a 2. So that's the 1, and there's our 2. There we go. So with that, we have drawn and captured Dedenne! Okay. We're gonna get 2 Picross for that, because I didn't use only fixed skills, because, you know, I want to find a mythical Pokemon. So, this time, clear in 5 minutes, at least 2 Pokemon use Hyperscan 3 or fewer times. That shouldn't be an issue. This time I guess I'm using Togekiss and I'm not using Gengar. That's okay. Well, I can deal with that. Alright, so we have 7. We have a 3. That's a 6. We have 4 in here. That needs to be a 4, meaning we need a 3, which includes that. Meaning this needs to be the 3 because we have that. So we have this. This needs to be a 2, and that's done. We need this to be a 4, so this needs to be the 2. That needs to be there. So we have that empty. Okay. You know what? Might as well use Greninja since I'm already not using Gengar. Okay. So we have a 5 right here. Didn't mean to do that. So, at this point we have 7. We know it has to be that. Okay, we have, this is a 5. Which means we know that's in the 7, because that isn't. Alright, so we have a 3, we have a 2, and we have a 1. Okay, I think I know what this Pokemon is, actually. Alright, we know that is a 1. That's blank. That is blank. Okay, we have... That's a 4, because that is the end of that 4. Now we have 3. Meaning this is empty now. Okay, we have a 1 and a 2. That needs to be in the 2. Okay. We have that as a 1. This needs to be a 1, so that can't be. That's the 4. We have this. That is empty, meaning that is a 3. Could have known that to begin with. We have this. Alright, now we have, that needs to be the 2. We have, this is a 2 right here. That's a 2, and that's a 2. There we go. With that, we have drawn and captured Emolga. So is this like the, all the Pichu clones? And by clones, I mean electric-type rodents of each generation. What is next going to be like Pachirisu? Alright. Let's move on to, this one is 15. You know what, let's do this. I'm betting next is either going to be Pachirisu or Pichu. I'm betting that. It's gotta be. Because this place just seems to just scream for that stuff. Alright. So at least 2 Pokemon use skills 3 or fewer times. I can do that. Alright. Let's go! Dragonite, do your thing. This is the first time? Gives us a quarter of the board. I can't complain. Can't complain, can't complain. Alright, let's let Infernape do something. Hopefully it'll be at the bottom left. Bottom left. Bottom right, whatever. That's okay, because we know we have this. Now we have 2 right here, and another 2, which isn't going to include that. We're going to have that. Okay, we're going to have a 2 right here. We're going to have a 3. That's going to be a 1, that's going to be a 3, so we're going to end up having... That's a 1. Alright. We have that's a 2, so this is done. So we have half done. Alright, we're halfway there. We have... This needs to be part of the 3. Could go up or down, though. Not exactly sure. But we know that's in the 4. And that can't be in the 3. That can be in the 4, though. Alright, so we have a 1, which means that's our 3. Since that is a 1, we know that is our 4, because it needs to be connected with a 2. So that means we have a 3. We have that is empty. We have a 1 somewhere. Don't know exactly which one is that. But we know that's our 4, so that's done. Okay, so from there we have a 3 and a 2. This needs to be in there. This needs to be a 2, which means this can't be there, which means that we have this there. Alright, now we have that being in there. We need a 2. That needs to be a 1. Which means we have a 1 here. And there we go! With that, we have drawn and captured. I so called it. I so called it. Pachirisu. That thing's adorable. I can't even complain. Alright. That clock is going to be so slowed down by the time we're done with all these electric types that they won't even see it coming. Okay, so. Okay, next up, I guess we're drawing this thing. 15 by 15, that's going to be fun. Use at least one psychic type. Use only time skills. You know what? I'm not all about that. Especially because there's no mural tiles involved. So. Let's do this. I'm gonna do this the old-fashioned way. If there were mural tiles involved, maybe I would do that, but considering... That would have been nice if that was more in the middle, but, you know, I'll take it. Infernape, do your thing, please. Are you kidding me? That's the best you got? Whatever. It's not bad. Can't complain. Stop the clock now. And I'll use Greninja. We're already not getting the crown, so at this point it's kind of like, what's the point? Alright. There's the 7, and that's our first non-pre-completed row. Okay. So we have, that's a 2. We don't know which 2 it is, but we know it's a 2. Alright, we have, this is a 3, and that's this row done. Okay, we have, that's a 1. That's a 2. In fact, that's a row. That's a 2. That's not in the 5. That's not a 2. That's a 2. So that's a 1. So that means that our 3 goes right here. And that's a 2. Which completes this row, conveniently enough. So 1, that's a 2. This is a 4. Okay, that's a 1. So we have a 2 at the top here, including there. Alright, we have 9, which means that we need this to connect up to here. And it could go down or it could go up. I'm not exactly sure, but we know those connect. But we do know that it can't include that. And this needs to be a 1, so that means it needs to go upward. Alright. So I guess we did know that after all. Conveniently enough. Okay. So at least we're a third of the way there. Well, we're over a third of the way there, but we're making progress here. That's in the 6. This can't be. Those can't be. Okay. This is a 3. So that can't be there. That's our column. This needs to be the 4. Making that the 1. And the 2 needs to include that. There's our 5. That's a 2, so that's our 1. Making this a 3 and a 1. This needs to be a 1. That's a 2. Alright. What did I just do? That row's done. We have a 3 right here. And we have 2 3s right there. Okay. This needs to be a 5. Meaning there's a 2 right there. That's that 2 right there. We need a 2 and a 1 right there. We are almost there. There's a 3 right there. So that means that we're going to have a 2 up here because of that. So there's our 2 right there. We have a 2 and a 1, 2 and a 2. There's a 1, and there we go. So I'd say 3.5 minutes isn't bad for a 15 by 15, but that we have drawn and captured B-Drill. We didn't use the psychic type or the time only one, so we're only going to get a pick fight for that, but you know what? That's okay. I'll take it. I'll take it. Are you kidding me? The Pokemon went away. Is this a joke? Alright, so much for that. Alright, I guess we're not going after a mythical Pokemon. That's unfortunate. You know, let's go back to this whatever area we were in. 25, I think? I don't know. Whatever. Let's just do it. Let's just do this. I am sorry, but that definitely wasn't an hour. I guess the time limit changes the further you go, here? I don't know. But, I guess Infernape isn't gonna help us here. Set Latias. Use slow time at least once, and do it in 6 minutes. Okay, I'm gonna try to do it in 6 minutes, but I don't think I can set Latias for this, because I don't have Latias. But let's do it. Should have brought Metagross, actually. Actually, I'm gonna bring Metagross. I am going to bring Metagross for this. So, autofix X. Yeah. Alright, let's go. It's go time. Okay, so, Dragonite, do your thing. In the middle, right in the middle. Come on, right in the middle. Right in the corner. Of course. Alright, well, we have this stuff done. No way I'm able to do it in the time limit, but, you know. At least we're gonna get something done. Alright, so we're gonna have this, that, and this. Greninja, help me out here while I have clock time. Okay, so we have the 4, we have a 6. I didn't mean to click on that, though I guess it is good to know. I didn't mean to click on that either! Wow, okay, Metagross, you're fixing things that I didn't need fixed. But you know what, that's okay. Alright, so we have... those need to be in the 4. That needs to be in the 7. In fact, we'd need that to be a... why did I... that was an accident. But, whatever. Alright. So, we have... 1 space 1 space 1 2 3 4 space 1 2 3 4. Those need to be in that 4. Those need to be in that 4. Alright. Which would mean that these are empty. There's a 3. Okay, unfortunately we can't use Infernape. Otherwise that would have been too convenient. Maybe I should have brought Zygarde for this, to be honest. Alright. Well, we know those aren't in there. I don't want to do a guessing game here. Well, that was right, okay. Once again, I don't recommend doing the guessing game, only because you're gonna probably be wrong more than you're right. Okay, at least I usually am. That was an accident. But whatever. That's the 4. So that's our 1 for our 3. That column's done. There's the 1 right there. Okay, so we have this 3, but this is a 2, meaning that we're gonna have here. That's our 4. So, that's our first 5 columns done. Alright. Now we need... well, that's gonna be empty because here's our 3. We're gonna have a 1 somewhere down there. This needs to be a 1 in there, so we have this 5. So that's done. This is a 2. That's a 3. That's a 4. So those can't be in the 4, meaning that we have... that needs to be in that 4. It's right in the middle. Okay, so... that needs to be a 1. Well, that's a 2, and we can complete this row. Okay. And we have that obvious 1 right there. That can't be in a 2, so that's empty. So, we're almost halfway there. You know, that's something at least. That 5 needs to... that needs to be in the 5. That needs to be in the 5. And... that would be in the 2, I guess. Okay, well, there's the 5, there's the 1, which means we have this. Greninja, I can use your help still. Still could be helpful. Most helpful indeed. Alright, let's just keep at this. Alright. 2, 1, okay. There's the 1, 2, 1, and 2. We'll include that. We also have a 1, 1, and 3. So that Is this row done? Okay. There's a 3. Finishing up this row. This row's already done. We have a 1 here. So we have those need to be in the 4. That is empty right there. And we need a 1 here. So this needs to be there. Meaning that's the 4. There's the 1. There's that 2. Okay. We have this. That needs to be the 2. We have a 1 in there. We have this done. That needs to be empty. So we have a 3 here. That's empty. So there's our 5. There's the 2. Empty that. Why did I just do that? I meant to do that. Because that means we have this as well. 4 and 4. There's a 4. That's a 5. That's a 1. There's... I meant to click on here. But whatever. Okay. So we have a 1 right here. Those are connected. So you have that 4 right there. I don't even think I need Greninja at this point. Because... we have 2. I meant to click on that. So we have this. There's a 3. And there we go! With that, we have drawn and captured Latios! We didn't get the crown because we didn't bring Latias. But you know what? That's okay. We did get the mural tile, and that is what counts. That is definitely what counts. With that, we have captured one of my 2 mascots. That's kind of nice, I guess. You know, it's always kind of cool. Alright, so I'm assuming that next is probably going to be its counterpart. Yeah, set Latios. Use Hyperscan at least once and clear in 6 minutes. So I'm going to try to bring a Hyperscanner. Ooh, Latios is probably a... is it a dragon or a psychic? If it's dragon, it's going to have... it's going to have square reveal. Ooh. Okay, is it one that you can use during or anytime? That is nice. And it's a master rank one, so that is even better than... actually, yeah, it's random though. That's actually not as good as Zygarde, but I'll still bring it. Hyperscanner though. You're 10 by 10. You're not gonna work. You can work though. Alright, sorry Metagross. I'm gonna bring Gallade this time. Let's go. Yeah, I'm pretty sure this is Latias. I can almost guarantee it. It's right next to Latios, and it asks you to set Latios. What is it with Dragonite? What is it with Dragonite doing that? I am definitely not pleased. But you know what, that's okay. That's okay, I'll forgive Dragonite for that. Okay. Alright. At the very least, at least we're getting somewhere. Because it's giving us, it gave us a quarter of the board already. Okay, so we know that... actually, that's about all we know, because they could go down or they could go up, other than the fact that... why am I not using Greninja? Okay. This is obviously a 2. That's a 4. Those are both 2s. The 8 must go downward then. Okay. This 2 goes downward. That's a 2. Okay. We have 6, 1, 1, 1. One space, 1 space, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So those are in the 6. Alright. So we have those as given. Alright. So from here we can just... Well, we know that's a 3. This is another 3. You know we have a 1 somewhere here. Actually, we have a 2 and a 1, so it's guaranteed. So, there's our first completed row. Okay. So we have those 4 in the 5. That needs to be in the 6, meaning that those can't be. That's 2. And that's a 2. So that's done. So that's a column. Alright. This needs to be a 2, while this needs to be a 1, so that's empty, so our 6 would go that way. That does not make any sense whatsoever, though, because we need 3 1s. Meaning, at the very least, we'd need that. There we go. That means we have 5 here. That row's done. That's a 1, 2, and we have a 2. We definitely have a 2 right there. Okay, so we have a 3 right there, and that means we have those can't be in the 2. 4, and we know that that can't be in the 3. Those need to be in the 4. Greninja, I'm not done with you yet. We're running out of time now. Okay, we have that 2 right there. That would be empty. Okay. That's a 3. So that's the 4. We have this, which means that that can't be in the 2. Okay. We also know that that needs to be in the 4. Same here. In fact, that's a 4. And that was a guaranteed column to begin with, if I was actually paying any attention. I probably would have figured it out. Okay. If you add up all the numbers and the spaces between them counting as 1, you can tell if they add up to the number of tiles, and you have a pretty much guaranteed column. So if you add up all the numbers in the column or in the row, and they add up to, in this case, 15 in the column or 20 in the row, then it's guaranteed. Alright, 1 space, 1, 2, 3, that needs to be in the 3. Okay. And these can't be connected. Meaning this needs to be a 2. Actually, it doesn't have to be. The 2 could be to the right. Okay, so we have this is a 1, and that's about it. We have a 5, we have a 1, we have a 1, and we have a 2. Meaning we have a 4. 2, and these are 1s. Meaning that something seems a little bit off here. This can't be right. That cannot be right then. This would need to go downward, because that would need to be a 2, because that has to be a 6. Greninja, help me. Alright, so we have that. So the 4 would go downward. That's a 3. That's a 2. And that's done. We're starting to run out of time now, for real. You know what? Let's do this. 1 and 1. Okay. I want to guess that's the 3. And ready? Glade? Fix them. Okay, well, that means that's probably the 3 then. Making that a pretty good guess. Although I think Hyperscan could be wrong. I mean, it's not guaranteed, I don't think. I don't know. I don't use it enough to be able to tell. I only use it when I have to. So, you know. I want to close that. So let's say that's a 2, we have a 1 and a 1. Okay. Glade, see if you can fix anything here. Alright, well, that means we have a 4, we have a 1 and a 1. That's the 4, 2 and a 1, and we have a 2 right there. There we go! So when you start to run out of time, you just randomly pick things and then let Hyperscan fix it. That's my method. I know. I know, it's not a very good method, but you know, it worked. So we just made the time limit. With that, we have drawn and captured Latias. And Latias is going to get the crown. And so we get a Mural Tile and 5 little Picross. That's kind of cool. Alright, so we can move on to the Mega Evolutions, or we can... Now the next up is You know what, let's just move back to where we just were. And already at 26. Okay. Alright, let's do this. Set 3 or more electric types. Okay. Three or more electric types it is. Okay. Slow time. You know what? Let's bring Dragonite, but I'm gonna bring them. Okay. We have to do it in a minute? Sure. This time's gonna be really slow. Okay. Dragonite, do your thing. Are you kidding me? That is like the worst possible place to do it. Alright, well, whatever. Alright, those need to be in the 3. We need a 5 and a 2. Okay. I'm gonna let Greninja help us out here because this is the worst possible placing for Dragonite. Okay, we know that's the 2. We have a 3 right here. That's 2. Then we have a 4. We have a 1 right here. 1 and a 2. Alright, we need a 3. This needs to be a 5. This needs to be a 1, meaning that we have the 5 right there. That needs to be in the 2. That's a 4. That's done. Okay. That means we need a 1. So we have that, which means we have that empty, which means we have this. So that's empty. We have 1. That is empty. Okay, we have a 2 right here. So we have this would be a 3. That goes upward. So we have a 2 and we have a 3. This needs to be a 2. That would be a... No, wait a minute. That doesn't make any sense. We need the 3 here. That wouldn't work. This would go this way. So we have a 2 right here, and there we go. So, with that we have drawn and captured, the adorable little Pichu. Aw. So, Pichu is gonna get that little crown as we get 6 Picross. That's awesome. Okay. Alright. So it said only flying Pokemon. Oh, great. This is gonna take a while. Looks like this is a 15 by 15 and we can only use Hyperscan. Oof. Alright, well. That is unfortunate to say the least. Especially because we can only bring so many Pokemon. And 2 of them won't even work. Wow, okay. 5 minutes? That's just not happening. It's just not gonna happen. Whatever. Pidgeot, would you mind, just fix a few of these for me? Alright, in that case... Alright, now Hawlucha fix something. Okay, that looks about right now. Alright, so we have 1, we have 2. That's how to turn your Hyperscan into a free column. Alright, 2, that needs to be a 2. 2 and 2. That's a 7. Okay, we have a 1 in here, and this needs to be a 2 and a 1. So yes, when life gives you hyperscanners, you can turn them into something a little bit more your style, if that happens, I guess. Okay. Alright, There's a lot of 1s here. Alright, we know the 5 is going to include those 4. Alright, now we know that... We're going to have... 2, 1... This is going to be the 1 then. 2's going to have this. Which means that the 5 is going to be that. Since these are 1s, that's going to be there because that's a 1. And we also know then that... I don't know what we know, to be honest. Okay. We have... a bunch of things, and I don't know where to start. Alright, we can have 1, 2, space 1, space 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Okay. Take those 2 off. So we have those in the 8. And that's about it. Okay. But you know, it's better than nothing. Since we have 15, we don't have anything guaranteed in that column of 7. That's going to be in the 5. Alright. There's no way we're going to do this in the time limit, but you know what? That's okay. As long as we get that mural tile, we're good. You know what? I'm gonna let Noivern fix some stuff for us. Alright. So we have that. Now we're gonna have another 2. This is a 2. And that's a 1, so that finishes this row. So we have that in the 2. There we go. Alright. This needs to be a 4. This is not in the 5. And that's all I have right this second. Let's just keep going then. Okay. You know, that's a 2. That's a 3. Ah. Which means the 8 needs to go upward. Those need to be in the 4, meaning this stuff is not. And this can't possibly be the 1, so it needs to be part of the 3 or the 4. So we're gonna have 1, 1, 3. This needs to be a 4. We have a 6. That's a 2. That's a 1. Okay. We have a 1 right there. And we need one more 1. Should be there, so that would be the 2. Should finish up that row, which means that that's a 1. This would be a 2 and a 1. That would be... that needs to be a 4, because this needs to be a 3 for that to be a 1. These can't be in the 7, which means the 7 has to include that. Can't include that. So that means the 2 can't include this. So that's the 8. We have this as a 3. And we have that's a 1, that's a 3. We have a 4 in here. We have the 2, which will be in... could be in either, though. So, I have to hold off on that for now. We do know the 5 has to include those 3, which means that's done. We also know there's a 2 right here, so there's that. Which means the 5 is going to go downward. Not there. There's our 1. And we already missed the time period, unfortunately. But you know what? That's okay. Considering the fact that I did this with... well, I will have done this without any really useful Pokemon. You know what? Let's do that. And let's get this fixed. Pidgeot, make things easy for me. Okay, that's good, because we have this, we have that, we have that, and there we go. So yeah, Hyperscan is supposed to fix things for you when they're wrong, to tell you when you're wrong. I exploit it and use it intentionally to go wrong, just so it'll fix things for me. What did we set that wasn't flying? Oh, you gotta be kidding me. Is Hawlucha fighting? Hawlucha's fighting? Fighting and flying do the same thing! All that work and I get nothing for it. After all of that, I don't even get the mural tile. You know what? You know what? That's just life. That's life for you. That summarizes life so well. So well. I mean, I can't even begin to explain how well that summarizes life. You get messed up because of a technicality. Let that be a lesson in life that things make no sense, but they're not supposed to make sense, because if they made sense, then life would make sense, and life doesn't make sense. Alright, I have to use Rising Reveal, so... Sorry, Dragonite, you're not getting used. Watch this go in the corner, too. You see how that happens? You see how that happens? I mean... I legitimately have no words to explain why things like that happen. I bet it's just gonna go right over. Well... Still. Whatever. After all that, I do it with... only using... You know what? Whatever. It's all good. It's all good. It's all in the past. It already happened. It's over. I still can't believe that happened, but it happened. Alright, 3 and 1. 2, 4, and 1. 1 and 1. 5 and 1. Actually, that could be a 2. That could easily be a 2. Alright. I bet you that's a 2. Alright, either way, that's a 1. That's a 1, so that would be the 2. That's a 1, that's a 2, that's a 3. That's a 2. Okay. Now we need 3 more, so there's our 3. Okay. These are 1s, that's a 2. Okay. That's a 1. That's a 1. And that needs to be in the 6. That's a 2. That's a 1. That's a 1. That's a 1. That's in the 4. That needs to be a 1. That needs to be in the 2. Which means this isn't in there. In fact, we have that 2 right there. Which are 1s. Meaning the 6 goes there. And since that's there, we have this. We have another one here, which, because that's there, that's a 2. We have a 1 here. There's this, which means we have a 1 and a 2. There's our 2. That's a 2, which means that's a 1, which means that's a 2. Right there we have that. We have... That's empty, which means we have 2 1s here. Two 1s here. 1 1 there. A 2. Two right there. So that 1 there. 2 right here. 1, 1, and 1. There we go. So with that, we have drawn and captured Venusaur. So we're gonna get the crown there. I still can't believe that we missed the boat on the Butterfree. But that, you know what, that's all part of the game. It's all part of the fun, making mistakes and, you know, dealing with them afterward. Wouldn't be the same without that, would it? Alright, let's do one more. So at least one fire type. Do it in a minute. Use slow timing at least once. Okay. Alright, you know what? Let's bring a slow timing Pokemon. And it shall be Pichu, because, you know, adorable. Adorable about summarize it, I think. Let's do this. Alright, Dragonite, do your thing. I'm just gonna use everyone because, you know, whatever. Gengar's gonna stop the clock, and Infernape is going to, you know, do something. Guaranteed to do something for us, even if it's not very much. It did a little bit. So we have that, we have 5, we have 6, 2 and 2. There we go. So with that, we have drawn and captured Castform. That has got to be the easiest round we've ever done. That's definitely worth the crown. Took us no time at all. Quite literally. Thank you, Pichu. Well, that definitely happened, didn't it? So next time, we're gonna keep going, because we have more Pokemon to draw, don't we? Definitely looks like we do. We also have mythical Pokemon just waiting for us, so... You know, we have that going for us. It's kind of funny, it looks like Pichu actually doesn't do... Well, actually is... better than... Actually, it's the same thing as Pikachu, only the recovery time is bigger. So it takes longer for Pichu to recover, even though it does the same thing as Pikachu, and Pikachu doesn't have to recover. That is interesting, indeed. Well, either way, Next time we're going to be drawing some more Pokemon puzzles, I guess, as we continue in Pokemon Picross. So thank you for watching. As always, like, comment, and subscribe, and I will see you guys next time. Goodbye.